How reliable are self-adhesive patches on Tubolito and other TPU tubes? I've already shared my experience with Tubolito Patch Kit, the latest gen, which includes glue. And I promised to also try a kit of self-adhesive patches, the ones which pretend to patch TPU tubes much easier and faster, just like a piece of scotch tape. It's high time to check. There's a choice of self-adhesive kits on the market, with some even claiming to cover all types of inner tubes, butyl, latex and TPU. I took the kit branded as Cyclame from AliExpress. You might have seen acid green Chinese TPU tubes branded with the same name. The kit is intended solely for TPU, but it promises to provide a permanent patch. And so it was in my case. Permanent. But sadly, just for 2 months. One day I found a completely flat tire, and the reason was the peeled-off patch. Needless to say, I had cleaned the patching area with alcohol thoroughly before patching, and we'll see a solid proof of this further in the video. I also confirmed that the patching itself had been super easy, and for these 2 months and 2000 miles, the tube held pressure perfectly, with no leaking. Okay, the patch has failed, but it's still partly bonded and holds pretty firmly. Should you prefer to remove it carefully, without damaging the tube, your solution could be a cotton swab with isopropyl alcohol. The alcohol dissolves the glue layer, and the rest of the patch peels off gently. Have a closer look at the patching area. All the glue has been left here on the tube, not on the patch. Had the patching area not been thoroughly cleaned with alcohol before sticking the patch, it should have been the opposite. The glue wouldn't bond to the tube surface then, and the patch would peel off with all the glue staying on the patch. In my case, it peeled off, leaving all the glue on the tube instead. So the glue had bonded to the tube, and it's the patch to take the blame. By the way, the spiderweb-like mark in the center is not my fingerprint. It's how the air was carving its way from the puncture hole. It took quite an effort to wipe all the glue away with some cloth and fair amount of alcohol. Now I can safely put a reliable glued patch from the Tubolito kit. Do you know that the first gen of Tubolito patch kit, before 2021, was self-adhesive as well? I never had it, but those who did used to complain about the same thing. Have a look at this photo from a customer review on that self-adhesive gen of Tubolito kit. Doesn't this look familiar with what we've just seen above? I assume that at some point, exactly for this reason, Tubolito opted for the usual and more reliable kit of glue and patches. The right choice. Does this mean that each and every self-adhesive patch will peel off? Of course not. Some might last. What is more, the ease of patching might be an advantage when for some reason you need to patch right on the way. However, from what I read, from what I hear, and from what I've seen with my patch, I conclude these self-adhesive patches are not reliable enough for a permanent fix. A temporary one? Fine.